Oh, I'm meeting a guy back here for something.
Oh, sure.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known.
So it's kind of just of course,
Right.
like,
And
I don't think I was like actively flirting or anything. I mean, but I'm like super happy about what I'm doing, so I'm super excited to talk about it. So I want to like tell people about it. I did compliment her on her hair, but I mean she had like bitchin' hair, and you kind of expect a hairstylist to have good hair, but I like when people do their thing well, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, just
so I want to like
compliment them on
yeah,
that.
like I observe this and I appreciate it, and so your effort is validated.
I'm in a committed relationship. Mm-hmm. I'm getting married soonish.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited about it. Not particularly sorry. And so I have on occasion gotten, I wouldn't say trouble, but had some miscommunications about what was going on, because I think in general I present as a nice person. Mm-hmm. And it turns out it's really, really easy to have it misconstrued as being a nice person or being a flirty person.
So on the other side of that,
fucked up is it that we're in a society where just being nice is like
you're
over and above.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I've been guilty of thinking girls who are just nice to me are like into me. I've gotten over that now to the point where now I just kind of like assume they're not into me even if they are.
That's probably a good assumption.
When this lady asked me home,
right,
that was kind of that was pretty apparent.
Forward. You could just cancel your thing and just come stay with me.
So, I mean, the real reason is I'm in a committed relationship, but I didn't want the awkwardness of like, oh, you're hitting on someone who's a boyfriend.
Right.
I wanted to spare her that.
Right.
So
how do you gracefully say no without hurting her feelings?
So I told her that in previous experience, I need to get a lot of sleep for performance driving, because legitimately I've experienced that where I was exhausted and actually had to skip sessions because I didn't want to fuck up at 90 miles an hour on a racetrack.
That takes a lot of focus.
Yes.
But,
so
if she is any kind of smart, I would say, so hypothetically, if I were attracted to a person who was cutting my hair and they told me to cancel my hotel and I was worried about being sleepy, that wouldn't be an issue. So I feel like she may have seen through that a little bit.
Well, you don't know. I gushed over this event and stuff like that
and I'm
in
not
my
saying,
car.
I'm hoping that she was very, very. And when I say that she was able to see through that, I'm sure. Right, exactly. When I do say I think she was able to see through that, I would also say she probably took it well, as that you're trying not to hurt her feelings.
I think I said something like, "Sorry, my dear, but some loves come first," and I really didn't want to fuck up my car. Which I really didn't want to fuck up my car. Right. So it was the sort of thing where her manager cashed me out, and I was like, what some people would have called it inappropriate. I think it wasn't to the point where I was like, I need to report her or something like that. She offered. She wasn't really pushy. It was introduced as a suggestion. I mean, she was into me. I mean,
right.
That's a factor.
It seemed like it was an earnest thing. It's different. It's very different when it's an earnest interest, as opposed to when it's like a casual,
Well, she wasn't just
rudeness, I guess is what the word I'm looking for.
She wasn't being sleazy about it or anything like that. It was she legitimately wanted me to thought I was interesting enough to spend time with her and made the offer.
Right.
And I mean, there was an implication in a little bit of the phrasing and the tone of voice it would have been some time spent in her bed.
Right. Well, where else would you sleep? She doesn't have a couch.
So, but I found it like approaching it to a degree, because I personally like waiters, waitresses, people like that. People, if there's money between us, I don't want to hit on you. I mean, okay, I want to hit on you, but I'm not going to, because I just find something inappropriate about that.
I heard a statistic, totally unbacked up. Don't quote me on it. Don't look it up. It's probably not real, but I like the idea of it, so I'm going to repeat it on the internet. I heard that waitresses and strippers, and I'm going to include bartenders in there in both of those scenarios, are the hardest people to pick up, just based on their job. And I think that that's true.
I did successfully take a waitress out on a date once.
I am not saying that it's not doable.
Oh yeah.
I think that based on just based on their what they do,
yeah,
they've got their guards up, and having worked in the service industry.
Oh yeah, me too.
I can see why.
So,
But yeah, when money changes hands, it's odd.
Yeah. However, when I was the bartender and waiter, I would like, I mean, not like actively like, I would flirt, not like heavy.
Well, yeah, it's how you make your tips.
Oh yeah, it was just, and it's how I entertained myself.
It comes back to the thing of being friendly.
Yeah.
One, flirting's fun, and it's, I think in most cases, well, flirting by itself, incredibly innocent. There's nothing wrong with letting somebody know that you're enjoying their company and you think they're interesting.
Oh yeah.
And attractive or funny or any of those things. It's if you take it further that it could be non-innocent. Not innocent?
Something more. Something more in one direction or the other.
Right. And I don't remember where I was going.
That's fine.
But
we're just wandering around.
As a bartender, it's interesting. I have been on the other side of that, and again, I've been in a committed relationship, but I've had people ask for my number. Actually, well, anyway, I'll finish this thought and then move to the next one. I've only ever been flattered. I haven't really been offended, and also, but that's partially because I'm male, and also definitely and very much in the position of power. Not because I'm male, because I was the bartender. Just to be clear.
Jesus. I was like, wait.
Yep, just to be really fucking clear about that. So now for the second thought that I had, so a woman didn't ask me. It's happened on a couple different occasions, but didn't ask me for my number, asked my coworker for my number, and he very cordially explained to her that I'm very happily engaged, and I'm not interested, which is excellent because I'm not. But it just struck me as odd for that scenario to happen.
I'm very much a direct person. I don't like playing games.
Me neither.
But
that does seem a little weird, right? Just a little.
Like I get people, it. When I worked at the brewery, a girl left her number behind the next day because I didn't get it the night, because they came in, her gaggle of people came in, and they all hit on me, and I flirted back, and they were going to the local bar that actually stays open late, because the brewery is a family place. It shuts down early.
Sure.
I called some. It was the classic scenario. I've only ever done this once. So I called some friends, like, say, hey, I'm going to go hang out with some girls. You should come with.
Nice. That never happens.
That never fucking happens. So it happened to me.
Shut up, rom-coms. You don't know anything. That never happens.
I know.
I think it's happened to me once.
Yeah. So did that, and hung out and danced and stuff, but I didn't get their number that night. And so they left it at the brewery. Yeah, sure. They left it at the brewery the next day.
Sure.
So I come back into work, and they're like, "Oh yeah, some girls left a number for you," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're fucking with me." No, they legitimately did it. I was honestly surprised. You know, bad half-hearted puns abound when I'm around.
And rhymes. Shitty rhymes.
I didn't plan that one.
You know, I didn't think at this point in my life I'd be saying, I'm stuck behind a Maserati